question. So lately in the media, we had the whole Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade son, coming out with his with him supporting him in his sexuality by going to the Pride Parade and basically supporting him in his sexualness, I guess.
Sexuality.
Yeah, sexuality. Thank you. I couldn't find a word. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, how do y'all feel about that? Is that too early? Because he's 11. Is that too early? How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like you should support your children in what they are and who they are, no matter what. Because I remember growing up that I wanted to be a bunch of different stuff. You know, I wanted to be like, oh, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a hairstylist. But my mom was like, you need to do something that's going to make you money. Mm-hmm. So she didn't really support my creativity at the time. So as I grew up, I don't feel like I'm as creative as I could have been, opposed to if I had been supported when I was younger. So I think it's kind of cool that they support him in his endeavors.
Mhm.
Awesome sauce.
I think when you know, you know. So it's like, shit, if you know, what else is there to discuss? Like, okay, it's time to go ahead and do your thing, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else do you got to discuss? He know what he want to do. So, like, it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with you all.
But
The issue is that the New York joint,
The New York joint? What you say?
the gay parade in New York
Oh.
is very explicit, and whether you gay or
right.
not at 11 or 12 years old, that's not Miami. Even worse, sure. However, I was in New York one time when the gay parade was happening. Just so happened it was happening. I'm like, okay, great. That shit is explicit. And like, even if you determine your sexuality, whatever, that isn't the place to like come out and glorify it. And as parents, you all should be a little bit more hesitant to give them that leeway. It's like, okay, shit, he might as well.
What?
If he want to smoke weed at 11, when 420 comes, he should be able to smoke weed. Y'all support that shit. Yeah, my son blow.
Wait a second. Okay, wait a minute.
My son blow.
So
At 11, he blow.
This is where issues come about, and I even like absolutely no disrespect to anyone, but I even turn my face a little bit with even the comparison to like creativity and like you wanted to be a teacher, like that's what like sexuality is not a choice. It's not something that we chose. It's not like we saw something on TV and was like, oh my God, you know what's cool?
I could totally do that.
You know what's cool? Gay. I really want to try that out. Like nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's more alarming for a child to not feel like they have a place in order to say those things or to express those things. And I think that it is fantastic that at whatever age this child is, and we all knew, if y'all have watched the stories, the Insta stories, you know, of the Wades and Gabrielle Union, not to say that we should have profiled him in any way, but like, as soon as that happened, it was like, yeah, you know, for sure. But I think that it's a good thing that they just are like, okay, good. All we want is for you to have the freedom and the autonomy to say those things out loud. But I think that it gets a little like muddled when we say things like, what was the word that you just said? Glorified and explicit.
Well,
and
The parade.
The parade is a little explicit.
Sure, but so is Cinemax, and I was watching that at the same age.
But they ain't taking
As
them to
parents, though.
Cinemax.
And I was watching straight sex very early, and it didn't make me any straighter.
That's not the point.
I have a
though.
question.
Right.
I have a question, right?
Yeah,
So you said something about sexuality isn't a choice.
it's not.
For everyone, I agree.
Yeah,
for some
you didn't
people,
choose.
for some people,
You did not choose.
for some
to
people,
like
do you
women.
think
just
they?
do.
For some people, do you think they choose
Yeah.
to be like a girl? Be like, yeah, I'm gonna mess with a girl, and I'm not really gay.
But that's not this conversation. Sure, but that is not the case
Yeah, but
of
this
this little
conversation,
boy.
all I'm saying in that regard is that platform wasn't an 11-year-old
Which
stage.
Sure, like is the conversation should he have gone to the Pride Parade where niggas got their dicks out and shit? That
Yeah.
might be a
Right.
separate conversation.
Right.
But
They
should he be
ass out,
allowed
too.
to express the fact that he is indeed attracted to the same sex? Absolutely.
But-
Like,
Right.
but
Wait,
I
oh,
like
wait.
like I said, I was watching Real Sex when I was 10 fucking years old. I would sneak into the fucking guest room,
Sneaking.
and I would watch that shit.
Sneaking. But you snuck.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying
Right.
nobody was keeping me from it though.
Go ahead,
My
go
mom
ahead,
wasn't
Ashley.
so on
Go
top
ahead,
of it that I
Ashley.
couldn't see it.
Point. But I just want to ask one question. What was the question? The question was what? What's your position on adolescent sexual expression? Oh.
Right.
Hey, nigga, look, you like what you like, that's your thing. And that's what it is. And it should be supported regardless, because it's not about that.
Right.
I said my part, man. I don't give a fuck.
I think your boundaries as a parent should be the same regardless to your child's sexual orientation.
Yes.
So if you don't allow them to see certain things or don't want them to go certain places, it's not gonna change just because you tell me you're gay. I'm not gonna be like, okay, well you can see gay stuff. I'm not gonna like change my mind or something. But like, but that has nothing to do with me accepting who you are, being like allowing you to express yourself. That's not gonna change. But we're like just talking about kids and allowing them to watch like R-rated movies or go to like overly like sexualized like events and stuff like that's gonna be the same straight or gay. Like that doesn't change.
I agree with that.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why I said pride is pride. Pride shouldn't be the issue.
Right, but at the end of the day, they were out there to support him. So as we said, if there was going to be explicit things, Gabrielle was there to regulate that. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably
can't
could see
regulate
some. I mean, he gonna see certain things,
can't.
but the like you said, his older brother and Gabrielle
not
were
gonna
there
make it any
to
more.
regulate. Like, okay, it's not gonna be overly exert. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree, we know he gonna see certain things.
Yeah.
But she was there to be the medium. Like, okay, yeah, we can't go there over here because I see some stuff over here, but we can go this route. You know what I'm saying? We can go on this flow, shit like that. So I think it was regulated to a certain degree. I do agree to your point that there are some explicit things, but as Ash said, at every parade there's gonna be some explicit shit. It's on the parent to know and identify that before they get there.
Because I went to wrestling and I saw hella titties when I was like 9. I was like, oh my God.
Titties. I am impressed. Go ahead, Whitney.
But that's what I was saying, not comparing it to being a teacher, but I was saying supporting. You have to support your kids at every single level, no matter what.
Right.
All right, I just want to beg a difference. All right, it's just like, so anything y'all kids want to do, just let them do it. What the fuck is the point of the parenting? Like, where's that coming in part?
I feel like it's
Whatever
an
you
educational
do,
piece.
I support.
So
Educational.
Yes, because if I see
What's education? If I teach my son how to make money, I feel like he's educated. Only how.
No. If they went to parade and the kid saw something and the kid may question, oh, what's going on here? As a parent, that's where you educate them.
What'd you educate?
Also, this
He's
is
showing
my question.
ass.
This is my question.
She has a question for you.
So say let's take it a step further because a lot of the conversations that I've seen on Twitter have been around like there's a little boy or
A young boy.
there's a young boy, right, who does not identify as male, who is identified as transgender, and the question has been, what if this was your son? Those are the kind of conversations that I've seen on Twitter that I've often that have gotten a lot of backlash. So I want to bring that into this conversation as well because I feel like that's the kind of stuff that you're hinting on. It's like, well, if I'm I can't just let you do anything, and maybe I'm just putting words in your mouth, but I just want to know, I want to add that element to it, because I think gay, you can be straight passing as gay, as bi, as whatever else, but what if we add transgender?
Sure thing. I don't remember the actress, but this woman, she adopts African children, and one of them,
Angelina Jolie.
The transgender joint?
Mm-hmm. She made him before the child was 5.
No, kid.
Some crazy shit.
It's just my lingo, man. Don't hold me.
No, it's
fine. The child
fine.
is like 3 years old, and she's
my lingo.
to a whole different.
So I know what you're talking. So you're
That's
talking
wild
about
as hell.
Angelina Jolie.
No, I will.
And
That's a little wild.
I can make my kid be any fucking thing. I can make my kid be a sniper right now. Let's start shooting right now, son.
No, that happened. No,
Not
that
make. I
happened.
can train. That's the nature versus nurture conversation. We can train early. You don't know nothing.
Sure.
No human means anything. There's not love. There's no hate. It means kill.
Sure.
Right now, I can start that training.
Yes.
And when he becomes that, I don't want to hear.
So what are you implying?
I'm implying
how
that-
does this correlate with gayness or queerness in any way?
Sure thing. So the thing is, as far as parenting goes, that if you identify with this and you like this, great, I'll support you. But as far as you can go to the parade and come and be like, go, that's not for you. You
But
11.
we all
be
accept
gay.
that.
We gonna accept it. We gonna make sure.
We all understand that.
I like girls, right? I didn't go to the fucking valley and shoot porn at 11.
What? Okay.
I didn't go to anything. My mom
You said a
supported-
parade and then you said a horn.
No.
I mean,
Now,
the pride parade.
wait.
That's why I stopped.
No,
Tavon.
You ever been to a pride parade?
Okay.
Have you ever been to one?
This is what I'm saying though. I'm not saying that you've never been to a pride parade, but I'm saying like
I didn't mean to be there.
I know.
I live in New York at the same time.
Look. Here's what I'm saying though, and here's like a constant plight for the queer community is that the queer community is over sexualized. The fact that you just compared pride to being in the valley and shooting porn, like that's wild as fuck. Like that's old fucking C. Like you're basically
That's the only thing we have
no
to
wait.
No,
You're
I
basically
compare.
comparing
I get what
you're
you're
comparing your experience to like you going to your mom and saying, "Hi, I'm straight and I like women,"
I wanna see
and
some
your mom
bitches.
being like,
Can I go
"Great,
watch some porn?
here's
Let's go to the
here's
NBA
Bang
Awards.
Bros,
See
here's
some
Bang
bitches, mama.
Bros,
No.
and here's Brazzers,
Right.
and here's Pornhub.com." Like that's not how
No.
that works ever,
So-
and it's the same.
All
It's
I'm
the same
saying
for the
is
queer
that
community.
the parade is.
Can be over
Have you ever-
sexualized.
It is over. It can be.
I
It
just
is.
think-
That
I
shit
think
is
he's meaning
is
that
lit.
it's an
That
age
shit
limit
hot.
to doing stuff. Like,
Sure, you
when
should maybe you
When I
shouldn't
be
be at
11,
pride when you're
my mom
11.
didn't show me strippers.
But I shouldn't. Okay, your mom didn't show you many things that you still had access to. Like you still saw it.
But he's saying because his parents took him
The
there,
wave
so it's
was
not
there, like
the same.
we
I thought I had
here.
the floor.
but the,
No, yeah,
My only thing is, I was saying, I think what he's saying is, and you can tell me if I'm wrong,
Sure thing.
but I'm thinking what he's saying is more like you should wait to a certain, like say most men I know, when they have a daughter, they say 16 is the age she could date. Time she could drive is when she could date. So I think it's the same thing as the part
Cause she could fucking drive to that nigga house. by
Hey,
that
it's
time.
just about being older. But the point of the matter is the maturity that comes with the shit.
Right.
So
Right.
like he's not having sex at 11. I mean, we don't know.
You
But
really don't know that.
we don't know that. But I'm just saying like we could just assume that he's 11. He's an 11-year-old kid at the end of the day. So he should wait till a certain age to go to events like that. I guess.
But here's
is
the
what it's
issue
saying.
with
Yes,
queerness though.
agreed.
We don't have all this shit. All we have is pride. So if my 11-year-old comes to me and says, "Hi, I'm gay," and what else do I have to take him to? What else do I have to say?
But
Okay,
as a
community like
parent,
that.
do you think it's important?
They have more than pride.
Do you think it's important to limit what your child?
Where do you
sees
take
or
a
in
child?
moderation?
I think that it's
Yes.
you should
Yes.
Where do you
When
take
you
a
get
child?
older, you
Museum.
see more shit. So it's like I'm not gonna put you onto some shit that you're not old enough to see yet.
Right, of course.
Now
I
I'm
know.
not saying that pride is that, but I'm just saying that
Is that?
he said what he's saying is true. Like it is some shit that go on in pride that little kids don't need to see, no matter what they
Sure.
are. They little
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a nigga who 11 is a little motherfucking kid. So
Everybody's
he
a
should,
nigga.
you know,
Everybody's a nigga.
15, 16,
But he's still a
that's
nigga.
cool. But at the end, I
Yeah.
mean, regardless, it
No,
don't
I
matter
got
what
you.
you
No,
do.
we got it. We got it.
Maybe that goes back to